What up guys, welcome to another video from me, Justice RS. This is a new series actually called Slaying Sundays. Basically this series is going to address me going through my Slayer levels. Not sure what goal I'm going to go for. Obviously if I'm making a series from it and it goes well, I suppose it's 99, but I don't really like consciously saying that, so we'll just see how it goes really. Just here chilling out with my mate Marcus. And to be honest also, I've probably not wore this Slayer helm in about 5 years. Like literally I haven't slayed for a very long time in terms of like a constant thing, so obviously constantly getting tasks, trying to be efficient as possible. So basically you're going to follow me on this journey hopefully, and I'm going to go basically from an absolute noob at slaying hopefully to a pro at it, but we'll see how it goes. At the moment I've made a few stupid mistakes already going to different bosses, forgetting different things, but yeah, basically you'll see me obviously obviously transform into some sort of awesome Slayer hopefully, but we'll see how it goes. Luckily I do have I do have some consultants in the friends chat who I can obviously go to and ask for help. So this task, as you can see, I'm outside the Slayer Tower, I think it's called, in Canifis. This had a rework recently, a couple of months ago. It actually does look quite intimidating before you go in, and these gargoyles out here on the entrance, I think it looks pretty awesome. So obviously my friend Marcus here, you can get a contract. So if you've got a Slayer monster within this Slayer Tower, obviously you can get a contract, and that means you can get some combat experience. So obviously I don't really need combat experience, but it's always nice just to get that extra bonus, so I'll take that contract. My current Slayer task is Nechrils. Also the Slayer helmet had a rework as well, as you guys must be fully aware by now. And if you right click the Slayer helm, it gives you kills left. You can also obviously put co-op options on there now, and you can also obviously upgrade your helmet. I've not looked into that yet in terms of upgrading it, but I probably will either this episode or the next episode, because I have around 900 points. I'm not sure how many points you need, but I'm pretty certain that should be enough. But I'll look into that a bit further and see what I can do with that. Okay, so I'm here at the Nechrils. Now, one thing I wanted to address, the main reason why I've got back into Slayer is because of Revolution, guys. Revolution was launched this week, and essentially it's almost basically pre-AOC. The way it feels is as if it's pre-AOC. I can actually now AFK Slayer again. So that's why I feel like, okay, it's probably time now to get back into Slayer. You know, it's a skill which obviously I've got plenty of experience. I need to train on it. And to be honest, it can be quite fun if it's AFKable. So obviously post EOC I just stopped doing Slayer completely, and also a little bit before that as well, mostly because I stopped really having fun grinding out bosses. But to be honest, it was mainly in EOC. I never went back to it because of the spamming, because of the need to spam abilities. So now obviously I got Revolution, so I'll go through it. Basically my first impressions of it, I absolutely love it. It's absolutely amazing. So obviously you can toggle between full manual here, which is obviously the normal way, maximum control. You have to obviously spam each ability manually yourself. You've got Revolution, which is a bit of a mix between the two. So obviously, as you can see here, the first 9 spaces of your ability bar can automatically be hit if it's a basic ability within that, and it'll just go in order. You'll see it in action soon. Also, if you have ability queuing on, I highly recommend to have this on if you're using Revolution. The main reason for it is because if you click your thresholds, and then once it charges up to that, it'll just automatically hit the threshold next, and you'll see me use that soon as well. Otherwise, if you don't have ability queuing on, then you do have to manually hit your thresholds just in time. It can be a bit annoying as well, because what it'll do is Revolution automatically takes the basic ability first. So if you try and like spam the threshold, it can be a bit annoying. Sometimes you'll miss it, and obviously then you're back to square one where you're spamming abilities again. So ability queuing I feel is very useful for when you have Revolution. And then of course you've got Momentum, which obviously has been improved a little bit, where it'll obviously still use a couple of basic abilities, but yeah. And then of course you've got Momentum, which is obviously like it used to be, really no major changes there. But if you go back to Revolution, which is obviously the pinnacle and focus of this video, and obviously of Slaying Sundays, I will be using this at the majority of bosses. You'll see a couple of a couple of monsters, I'm too used to PVM. A couple of monsters will require Momentum rather than Revolution, because such as, let's say, Abyssal Demons, where I'll use Ancient Magics. So obviously if I come across that, you'll see me use Momentum with Ancient Magics and trying to get them all on me. It's quite an expensive method, but it's definitely worth it. But I've got Revolution on now. Also, a little tip for any of you guys who don't know, if you right click here, then you can set up your action bar. I make sure I'm on action bar number 1, and I use this as my revolution ability bar. If you right click there and you go overwrite your current action bar, yes, it overwrites it to whatever setup you've got, whatever weapon you've got. So if you've got melee weapons in your, if you've got melee weapons equipped, then it will actually automatically set that up for melee there. And to be honest, it's quite a decent setup. I usually just change quickly. I usually make sure I have Berserk in there as well. If I go and find that here, and I put my strength on, yep, I find to have Berserk here instead of that one is a bit more better. It's a bit more useful and obviously makes your kills a bit more efficient. So I'll get started now on these neck rolls and see what I can do. Obviously I've got my overloads here as well. May not even need them, to be honest, but why not? Make sure my quick prayers are on right here. Whack that on. Turmoil, whack that on. Probably don't even need that on right now. And let's see how this goes. So obviously, as you can see, it's just hitting the normal abilities by themselves. I mean, when I first saw this, I was just amazed. I just could not believe it. Finally, guys, we can actually AFK Slayer again, or AFK lower level monsters. There really just wasn't a need for it. It does make you think. Obviously, there's a lot of people questioning. I heard Alcon on one of his recent videos, like, isn't this basically legacy mode? Yes, it is legacy mode in terms of if you're killing monsters. However, there's obviously those PvPers and PKers, sorry, will argue the PvP side of things where, you know, essentially EOC PvP is broken, and even with Revolution it ain't going to work out because you're still using the abilities, aren't you? So it just won't be the same for PKs, which I completely understand. Which obviously, if you watched my video on the 138 combat returns, I addressed about legacy, maybe revitalizing PvP. So that'd be quite interesting. I am so close now to my level actually as well, guys. If you check this out, I should be leveling up very soon, probably in a couple of hits. So if you see me watch here now, if I click on the Berserk now, it should go up. There you go. And it actually had a bit of a queue there, probably because I double clicked it. So if you just take it off again, then it should stop it. See? So if you queue, let's say that, then there should be a circle which goes round. Level 90, yes. Level 90 Slayer there, guys. Really happy to get that now. Edemu, that's the Slayer monster, isn't it, in Dungeoneering? So that'd be quite interesting. But it's nice to hit level 90 Slayer, guys. Definitely a milestone there in the skill. You should see me fly through levels though. You know, I've not really been slaying that much. I've only done a couple of tasks and I've already got 663k Slayer experience. I don't know what your view on this, guys, is, but for me, it seems like, you know, obviously I've not done Slayer in 5 years properly, and to obviously have not done that and you come into EOC Slayer experience rates, it's just incredible. Like, the rates are so much better. It really does feel a bit more smoother and a bit more worthwhile doing it. Obviously, people who got Slayer, you know, years ago, back in the day, definitely much more of an achievement. But this is definitely encouraging me to do it a bit more. Obviously, you know, you're not having to know life it completely in order to get that sort of 99 Slayer, so that's quite nice. So we'll just see how it goes, really, and see how much experience I can get each sort of boss. These seem to be okay as well. Their weakness, as you can see, is Crush. So it is better to do melee with these guys rather than Mage. But yeah, the setup I'm using at the moment is Torva, and I have Drygores as well, my Kiln Cape, which comes in pretty useful. If I just whack on my Berserk again, there we go. But yeah, this is so much better. I can actually talk now whilst killing them. The reason why I'm doing this as a series is because, you know, I like killing monsters, and it allows me to actually just AFK and talk to you guys whilst doing it, which is a lot better, because if I was spamming abilities all the time, it would be so annoying and I just wouldn't be able to think about what to say. But yeah, I'll end you know, the first clip, or the first part of this video there, in terms of my feedback on Revolution. I do absolutely love it. You know, obviously I might come across new things as we go along. But I really do think it's definitely a good part of the game. If you see ability queue now, and I've just used Destroy, it is very nice. It's very nice. And I'll see how that's queued now, and I've just used Assault on a little Death Spawn. Great. That's the only problem with it, I'd say. So you got to be careful with that ability queue and make sure you obviously click on the monster you want to kill. But yeah, I love Revolution, guys. Definitely go and check it out if you haven't already. Definitely worthwhile doing, and it does make Slayer a lot more AFKable, which is definitely what I want. So I'll see you in my next clip, guys. Right, so I am going to keep this natural, right? And obviously, it's good to know when you've made a mistake. So as you've probably been saying from the start of this video, and you may have commented already, I've got infernal urns in my inventory, but they're not charged. So yeah, that's an absolute shocking mistake. That's basically how noob I am at Slayer, by the way, guys. So you should see me basically improve. So if next time I'm here and I'm still using this without charge, then seriously, just facepalm right there. And I literally give you permission to slap me in the face. Just slap me in the face, seriously. Okay, if I do that again. These guys drop these infernal ashes which are scattered around the ground. I realized when I was looking on the ground, I was like, why are they there still? Basically, these urns automatically collect those ashes, and it basically charges these urns up to full. And once they're full, you can check the level and you can teleport them away. And if you teleport them away, you get prayer experience. So it's quite nice just to get that bonus, especially when I'm 95 prayer. So just to get that extra prayer XP is always helpful. Okay, guys, just a little tip for you. After being here for a little while now, I've only got like 12 left. But on Revolution, obviously, if you're doing melee, you want to use Berserk as often as possible. This comes in very handy. So what you can do is, in order to make sure you have ability queuing on, like I said earlier, and as soon as it gets to 100% adrenaline, when that's obviously charged up, it'll activate. And then as soon as it activates, so when your adrenaline goes all the way to 0%, as it's doing that, just click it again and it will queue up for next time. Okay guys, so just want to trial this out, see if Berserk activates now. And it does. See how Berserk activate then? Basically it was on an ability queue. And now the thing is, I have just actually missed that. No, I haven't. There you go. So basically, a little tip for you guys, if you just want to sort of AFK as much as possible if you're using melee, make sure you have ability queue on, and then obviously you want to have Berserk there, and basically if you make that queue up, then when you get to 100% adrenaline, it will use it automatically. As soon as you use it, just click it again, just tap it again, and then it'll start to queue up, and then obviously when it gets to 100% it will use it again. So it comes in very handy, that the ability queue, and allows you basically to semi AFK a bit more. So yeah, just a little tip for you guys there. And 22 Mithril dragons, nice. Not that many, but definitely looking forward to it. I can actually probably just head straight in here, but I'll probably go and set up my magic, just because it is a bit faster, and obviously I think they're weak to water, so if I bring it back, you'll see me at Mithril Dragons. Hello again, so now I'm at Mithril Dragons at the moment, and if I just right click here again, like I said, set up action bar, yes, and I can't do that whilst I'm in combat, great. Go away, here we go. So if I go like this, set up action bar, and yep, so now it automatically goes to mage, and then I just usually whack on this over here, and then I lock that down. Get back into the Mithril Dragons, put my anti-fire on, and let's go. Overload up. So yeah, these are weak to earth, guys, if you didn't know already, and obviously I'm going to put Revolution back on, and I'll be back in a second hopefully with some nice loot as well. Obviously I've got my Bone Crusher as well for these guys, because I'd like to get some prayer experience, and also at the same time it should charge up my prayer, which will obviously save me some super restores. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. And as you can see right now, I am going to put Sunshine on very soon, as soon as I hit 100% adrenaline. Now, I'm so used to PVMing that this is definitely different, but I've got my Steel Titan out as well, definitely putting my Steel Titan to good use, which is actually quite ironic because my recent series, which obviously addressed Sunday, was Summoning Sundays, so now I'm really putting that skill to use now. Obviously got my Steel Titan on that one over there, and when I hit 100% adrenaline, I'm going to whack on Sunshine. So hopefully, I'm hoping this is going to be a good position to be in. Anyway, I'm not sure, you know, whether this will be doable. You know, my LP is going down quite a lot at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. It probably definitely will be if I had a unicorn, but at the moment it doesn't seem too bad actually. If I just keep hitting these guys, maybe use a threshold every so often as well, and then my life points should stay up quite high. Now again, just another thought, this is definitely a learning curve for me. I think if I'm going to use the Steel Titan more often, I do have a Spirit Cape in the bank, so I definitely should be wearing a Spirit Cape with the Steel Titan. That'll definitely be more effective, allow me to utilize the Steel of Legend scrolls a bit more often, which definitely will be obviously a bit more efficient in terms of XP per hour here with Slayer. So yeah, I literally only used 1.5 super restore flasks with 22 Mithril Dragons, and that was with the Demon Horn Necklace and the Dragon, the Bone Crusher as well, so that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent going. Obviously you could work out then if you had a much larger task with like 60, let's say, you still only need around 4.5 super restore flasks, which to be honest really isn't that much, so definitely worthwhile having those. So I'll go and grab another task now from Curadel. Alright guys, so my next task is Waterfiends, and I think I've got the majority of gear I need in terms of the inventory setup. So I've got my prayer flasks. Obviously don't want to waste too much money on restores, even though these seem to be around the same price-ish. But I've got my overloads obviously, which I'll activate in a minute, and I've got my charming, even though 99 summoning, you know, it feels a waste not collecting them. I've got a timepiece, so basically what I'm going to do is actually time. I've got 170 Waterfiends to kill, a bit less now, and I'm going to time basically how long that takes me, but also time the experience in terms of Slayer. So currently at 726k there on Slayer experience, so I'm just going to track. Actually what I'll do is, yeah, actually I'll keep it up there. Basically I might as well keep that up there because you'll be able to see the progression obviously, or in terms of Slayer experience. But I'm going to track from 726k, see how much I get. What is this noob doing? Oh my god, get out. Swap worlds please. I'm going to tell him to swap worlds in a minute, hopefully he will, and be understandable for that. But obviously I'm going to track the experience rates and just see what I get, guys. So I'll see you at the end of this trip. So yeah guys, just completed my Waterfiend task, and it took about 30 minutes, and I was like pretty much semi-AFKing it, not concentrating all the way through, forgetting about death swiftness sometimes, things like that. And I still managed to get 170 Waterfiends complete in 30 minutes with this setup, so Armadillo with the Royal Crossbow. So yeah, that's about 57k Slayer experience in 30 minutes, which is obviously about 114 k Slayer experience an hour, so pretty good XP rates there for Waterfiends for slaying. Okay, so I also got the task of doing the living rock cavern living rock creatures, and basically, as I'm not really an experienced slayer, I haven't slayed in a while, these actually creatures weren't even out when I used to slay. Absolutely terrible experience. I don't even know why I've done it, so I'm literally going to cancel all of those tasks now in the future. It was just terrible experience, and I advise you guys as well to just don't do that task. Then on to Steel Dragons, and this spot is in the Curadel dungeon, and I absolutely loved this. Okay, I had so much fun. I just literally would put on Sunshine as much as possible, and there would be like 3 Steel Dragons which would just simultaneously spawn, and it was just, the experience was phenomenal. And also the drops. At this point, when I literally just got here, I was like, damn it, I forgot my Demon Horn necklace and my Bone Crusher, which meant obviously it would save a few more super restores. So yeah, basically because of that, and I just wanted to concentrate on experience, I ended up not picking up any Dragon Bones or anything, which obviously was a bit annoying in terms of considering Dragon Bones are around 4.5k each or something crazy like that now, which is just a mad price, obviously due to the minimal bots in the game now. But yeah, like I said, you know, I really enjoyed this. You know, water spells, by the way, Steel Dragons are weak to water spells as well, and with Virtus dual wield, it just felt amazingly, you know, fast, really overpowered in some ways. I can't imagine what it would be like with a seismic wand, but this was definitely my most fun task of the day on Sunday, and definitely in the future, in my future episodes, what I'm going to be doing is just slaying throughout the week, maybe taking different clips of my tasks, and obviously building up on that Slayer tab, so I'll be able to show you, at the end of each episode of my slaying videos, I'll be able to show you obviously a tab, potentially as well, because, you know, I do enjoy doing these commentaries, just speaking, you know, off the hook naturally, and, you know, I'm hoping I do create a passion for Slayer, a bit more of a passion for this skill, and if that's a possibility, I might create like bonus episodes throughout the week, because these are quite chilled out commentaries to make, but definitely at the moment, due to my new job and everything, you know, I'm struggling to find time to really invest in, you know, long, like more edited videos, like this one for example. I got all of this footage on Sunday night, did all of this commentary actually on Sunday night as well. However, now I'm basically talking over this part on Tuesday evening, and that's purely because of other things came up. But yeah, actually just going to this video now, if you see that dude there, the lower level guy, it was quite funny because obviously, like I said, I forgot my Bone Crusher and Demon Horn. This guy was just going around looting everything, and he was here. He must have been here for about 20 minutes or something. It was just so funny, and he would loot all of the Dragon Bones and everything, and he was just making bank probably for himself, like, and he was loving it. I even asked him at one point, are you enjoying the loot? And he was like, yes, definitely. So he was having fun there. Forgetting to put my super anti-fire on there. Whew. These guys really don't even hit. Remember back in the day when if you didn't have anti-fire or a shield, you just get absolutely raped Oh, there's my friend Dice. Shout out to him. I really need to start putting do not disturb on Skype so that stops popping up. But yeah, basically back in the day, obviously with super anti-fire and everything, if you didn't have a shield, then obviously, oh, beam of light, then you would get raped. But the ferocious ring, at this point I was like, oh my god, beam of light, what have I got, Dragonfire shield, even though it's obviously not even worth that much anymore. But I genuinely thought I had something amazing, even though obviously steel dragons don't drop anything. If it was Mithril, I'd be like, oh my god, Dragonfall Helm, no way. But no, it was just the ferocious ring, which as you can see in the friends chat, I even asked, like, by the way, this is my friends chat, by the way. I just called it Slaying Sunday on Sunday for the lols. But yeah, basically, I thought this was an amazing drop, obviously, to find out that it is still a really good drop, because you can obviously fast teleport to Curadel, and this drop's been out since like 2010-11 or something, since Curadel was launched or something probably. But like I said, you know, I've not slayed in that time, so it's the first time I've ever received a ferocious ring. I'm such a novice. Definitely the name of this episode probably going to be Novice to Master. But yeah, basically, you know, I was quite surprised. You'll see soon by more beams of light which do appear, which I'm pretty amazed about. So yeah, guys, a few kills later, after getting another ferocious ring, I got another ferocious ring. Could not believe it. 3 ferocious rings within the space of 1 steel dragon task, which was around 70 steel dragons to kill. And I was quite amazed by that. Let me know in the comment section how lucky I was. I'm not sure how lucky I am, obviously, because I don't slay that often. So is it common to get 3 ferocious rings in 1 steel dragon task, especially when there's only 70? Let me know in the comment section. This guy here, the random dude, seems to not think so, because he's been here 20 times and not received 1. So yeah, I thought I was quite lucky there, guys. Hello guys, so yeah, Tuesday evening, just having a look at what I actually made over that Sunday of slaying. And like I said in the future videos, I probably will slay throughout the week here and there, and then just make a montage on Sunday. But in this case, as you can see, this is what I made on Sunday. 8.6 mil, I mean, wow, that's pretty amazing. As you can see, some big ones here, those Onyx bolts, 3.2 mil there of Onyx bolts. And let me think, I think that was from, I'm not even sure where that's from, to be honest. 3.2 mil, God knows. But that was quite nice. I've made 1 mil in rune plate bodies as well, 29 of them. So that's quite a nice Slayer tab already, 8.6 million already. I was pretty amazed with that, to be honest. So quite good progress already on the Slayer tab there, just for slaying on Sunday. So yep, I hope you enjoyed this. Every time I make a new video for this series, I will just obviously update you with the Slayer tab, see how it's going, and I will be collecting the Slayer tab all the way from level 88 Slayer, which it was, to 90. Well, I'm not even going to say it to be honest, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Hello again, guys. You've not got rid of me just yet. If you want to check out the link below, then it's a similar video to this one. So if you like this style of commentary and you've watched it all the way through and you haven't watched my Summoning Sunday series or playlist, then definitely go and check that out. Also, thanks to all of you as an exit to those who went to my event. I'll obviously work on getting highlights for that out to you soon. Thanks again, guys, and take care. Bye.